Well, Nigeria's technology sector may be rising, but seems to be leaving the women behind. The participation of women in the Nigerian tech sector is low. In a survey of 93 technology firms by One Campaign and the Center for Global Development, only about 30% were owned by women, mostly concentrated in e-commerce and enterprise solutions. Of the 93 surveyed tech firms, only 6 had a woman in a top management position, while still more than 1/3 of the survey tech firms employed no women at all. How do we change this narrative? Mercy George Ibafe, CEO Lentor, joins us now. Good morning, Mercy. Thank you very much for having you on the show.
Good morning, channels, and happy International Women's Day to everyone and all viewers at home.
Well, we should say, well, technology has been a male-dominated field through the years. What has changed, and how does it feel operating in a male-dominated sector?
Honestly, I feel that it's a very daunting experience, taking on the baton that I've taken today. Number one, I'd like to say one of the reasons women are kind of alienated from the tech space, we ourselves are the problems. So number one, you need to be skilled for you to compete with men. I'll give you a practical example. Lentor, every time I put out campaign for digital marketing, I have more women apply for that. Actually, the percentage of women that apply is almost sometimes 85%. But whenever I put training out with Lentor on data analytics, design thinking, agile, Scrum Master, whatever certification with the partnership that we have, the shocker for you will be more men apply for those training. So for you to have a competitive edge against the men, you need the skill, you need the competence. We ask for more women inclusion, but how skilled are you? I'll give you a backstory. Cohort 1 we finished. We had over 600 people apply for the course. The conversion was low. But because women were exposed to data analytics, data privacy, business analysis, project management office, we had 80% women conversion, which is quite fascinating to me. I didn't quite understand it. What is the disconnect that you have more women? Once they're exposed to these skills, they run like they've left something behind or something is chasing them. So number one, we need to get it right. For women to be on the table to compete with the men, you need the skills. But the thing that we are focused on is heavy on certification. And by the way, I recommend everybody to play back and go back on Channel's website to watch the guest that was on here and the stats that she gave. Number one, we have a mindset problem for women. Number two, we have a victim mentality. I have to be part of them. You need the skill to compete, number one. Number three is an imposter syndrome. We feel like we are frauds, even when you have the skills relevant for you to compete. So these are some of the challenges that has impeded women from, and given them restricted them from being competitive in a male-dominated industry. We have partnership with Kanban University, with Scrum.org. It's because of the work we are doing, and our key passion is to bridge the gap. We are building capacity, and we are succeeding. We have record number of women that are exposed to this industry, and the testimonial, it's unprecedented. Mrs. Adiola Aziz is one of our students on cohort 2, which I'm just in awe of. I know in a testimonial, which is on our YouTube channel, says that I wish I know what I know today when I was age 20. So I can imagine how far she will go. She's already at the peak of her career, retired as a banker with Deutsche Bank. But now she's now relearning the relevant skills to give her the competitive edge. And she's 60. So some of us, we need to just pull the bull by the horn. Don't be afraid to come into this space. I'm begging for more women to come into the space to get the relevant skills that will change the game for them. We are building capacity, and we are seeing it work. So it's Lentor. You come to Lentor, our students are getting trained in data. They understand the power of business intelligence. They understand the power of project management office. They see data, they know what to say. This outfit I'm wearing is one of our students. She is in Abuja. And that is the success that we've recorded. Someone that has been in HR, but now she has elevated her skill by adapting agile mindset to the way she works, by adapting, knowing how to use data as an HR specialist. So I want to tell you, this space is not as complicated and very scary as a lot of women think it is. The reason we run after digital marketing and social media marketing skill is because we are in a survival mode. I have product, I have to sell. If you know today that an average Scrum Master earns over 135,000 US dollars, I'm not going to stop saying it. An average data analyst.
So just a minute, Mrs. George, just a minute. So like you said, it's time to change the mindset. Even Mrs. Williams mentioned that. And like you said, there are opportunities for women to get the training, and yet, you know, they're not embracing it, or a lot of women are not embracing it. Now, when we talk about changing of the mindset, sometimes it sounds vague. What are some of the steps you think that, I mean, as a mother, as individuals, as employees, that we can work on this changing of the mindset? What are some of the strategies that can be used?
My story, because I feel my story is always powerful. I know I was coming to Channels this morning. As a mother, I have to drop my children in school. And I have to post my content because I wanted to be on Channels. As a woman that is in tech, I need people that are following me or that are not aware of tech to listen to what we're saying. Today, they've been able to learn from Mrs. Williams, from what she has said. They're going to learn and be motivated. I had to post that. So it requires sacrifice. Sometimes I walk 18 hours stretch. Sometimes I work 20 hours and get like only 4 hours of sleep. So we have to now reorganize the way we work. I started in this space not because I have 20 years experience. I've been in the banking sector. I've worked with Channels. I've learned how to do hairdressing because that's who we are as women, especially limited by a lot of things. So for instance, one of my clients, she would do buying and selling of clothes or cricket. She's selling wig today. She's not selling wig tomorrow. She's selling shoes tomorrow because we need to feed our families. But if only she can sacrifice, the next 3 months, 6 months, I will devote time. Learn the relevant skill that will give me a competitive edge. There's so many training online. YouTube is our #1 friend. Google houses the world's content. 95% of the world's content is sitting on Google. The question is, how many things are we learning on Google? You can learn how to learn design thinking by leveraging Google. But with Lentor, we give you hands-on practical experience. We have built capacity, and I'm just blown away by the cohort too. The caliber of people. Mrs. Ansatu Adegbite is one of the students. Mrs. Adiola Aziz is one of them. I have one of my students that paid to come and train with me. She is volunteering to work with Lentor. These are some of the things that we need to do. It's our mindset. You're not just only a wife. You're not just only a mother. You're not just only a business owner, but you can have a competitive edge even in a male-dominated environment by not feeling like I can't do it. Nigerian women are the most brilliant women. We have Dr. Okonjo-Iweala. They are brilliant women if only they can evolve, learn data analytics, understand their opportunity. You can be in Nigeria and be earning dollars. You can be agile.
All right, Mercy, I have to interrupt there. Mercy, I have to interrupt there. So how can Nigeria tap into the full potential of the women fold economically?
Now, like I still said, skills is very key. So how do you tap into the benefit? #1, join communities. Communities are great. Wimbies is doing a phenomenal job of bringing a lot of women, pulling them out of their shells and giving them the stage for them to succeed. I just did a digital transformation for Wimbies. So for a woman, you want to learn and you're like, this is too hard for me. I just told you about Mrs. Aziz. She's 60 years old. She's sitting on boards. She's going to revolutionize a lot of companies. #2, wherever you are, you can learn our skills. How do you compete? You need to join communities. You need to start to read. You need to maximize Google for information. You need to maximize every asset that is available to you. One thing that we have as women that we don't know, and the irony is more women use the most expensive phone. but they don't learn. So how do we change that narrative for women? As how do I learn? Lento offers you that. We have a free career open day that is starting today from the 7th till the 10th. It's free. It's open to everyone. If you go online, you can go and apply and be part of the process.
So let's look at it from the government side. Hello, Mercy. Hello, Mercy. So let's look at it from the government. Now, we know that the women, we have a lot of responsibility. We need to take up. I mean, I don't think anybody would just come and tell us, oh, come and take the goodies. Everybody wants to get it, so you have to go out to get it. But from the government side now, what support do you think the government can give to the women to forge ahead when it comes to innovation through technology?
I think I gave up on the government side for a long time now. The reason is I think the government, they're overwhelmed. I'm not blaming anybody. How can the government help women and create more inclusivity? By creating more opportunity. Number one, for you to get into the government, you must be in the political sphere. You must be seen, you must be heard. They will need to know that, yes, this woman is capable for them to give her an opportunity. You have Abike Dabiri, she was with channels before, now she's serving on opportunity, but she's actively involved in politics. So in Nigerian government, I think you have to play a lot of part in the political sphere for you to be relevant. But in terms of government creating an enabling environment, for me, I've not seen that kind of support. As an entrepreneur in Nigeria, I'm building and developing capacity. I've not gotten that support. But number one thing government needs to do to change the trajectory for a lot of women is restructure our educational structure system. I have trained ages 6 to 18 on digital skills, and we had 9-year-old female come up. I have a current cohort too. She is a student in Nigerian university and has never been exposed to business analysis, never been exposed to these skills. India starts to train, Asian countries start to train their women, their boys, their girls, digital skills from when they are small. One thing the government needs to focus on, all their arsenal, work with organizations like Lento to help. And there's so many of us out there to help with the restructuring of the educational system so that the people can learn right. We have people with MBA, PhD, MSc, but they can't get a job. Many of them are running out of the country. They will go and be cleaning toilets in Canada. They'll go and be cleaning dead bodies. With their BSc, with their MBA, we know families that are doing this. But if we have been learning right, exposed to the right skill, we would have changed the game long time ago. So the area that I am more concerned for government to create more inclusion for women is restructure our educational system.
All right, I'm sure they are hearing that. Thank you very much, Mercy. Well, by the way, a point of correction there. Abike was with NTA and
yes,
not Channels Television there. All right, thank you very much, Mercy, for sharing your time with us. Okay, a quick one. Just